Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today our topic is going to be percentages. We're going to look at different ways we use percentages in real life. Percentages is one of the important topics in maths because we use that often in real life and in money. Hugely in money. So different ways we use percentages. Your phone battery uses percentage, VAT, talk about sales, discounts. When it's Black Friday, you get things at a cheaper price compared to the original prices. Talk about interest rates, and even during tests, sometimes you are graded in percentages. So there's a lot of different ways we use percentages in real life. So it's important we know what percentages are. So simply put, percentages is out of 100. So anytime you see a percentage, it means out of 100. So let's look at an example: 25%. So 25% means out of 100, and that is the illustration that we have 100 small boxes, and we've shaded 25. So it means 25 out of the 100. There are so many different ways we can represent percentages. We can represent that as a fraction, as a decimal, and different ways. All right, so 25%, let's represent that in different ways. So we can have 25 over 100 as a fraction. If you want to represent, you can also say 25 out of 100. That could also be 25%. We can also have that as, or represent that as a decimal, which is going to be 0.25. So these are different ways we can represent percentages, and also we can simplify that. So if you look at 25 over 100, you can simplify that. 25 goes into, so you can get 125 in 25, obviously, and then you can get how many 25s can you get in 100, and that is 4. If you split 25 into 4, so this is 100, 25, 25, 25, 25. If you add 25 to 25 to 25 to 25, you get 100. So you can get 4 25s in 100, which is the same as 1/4. So different ways to represent percentages, different ways to represent percentages. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to simplifying percentages. So, all right, so let's look at simplifying percentages. An example can be 15, simplify 15%. So 15% is the same as a fraction, 15 over 100. And then now you have to think of a number that can go into 15 and 100. Or simply put, think of a number timetable that has got 15 and 100 in the same number timetable. And that is 5. So on the 5 times table, you can see 15 and 100. And 5 times what number gives you 15? 3. Or 5 goes into 15 3 times. 5 goes into 100 20 times. Right. So this as a fraction would also be 15%. Sorry, as a decimal would be 0.15. Another example, let's have a look at 75%. So this as a fraction is 75 over 100. And to simplify that further, you're going to have to think of a number timetable that has got 75 and 100. Let's look at 25 times table. So we have 25, 50, 75, 100. So it means 25 timetable has got 75 and 100. And 25 times what number gives you 75? 25 times 3. And 25 times what number gives you 100, and that is 4. So it means 75% is the same as 3/4, and that as a decimal will be 0.75. So that is how you simplify percentages into a fraction, or that is how you can express percentages as a decimal. All right, so now try simplifying. Let's try some few more examples. 20%, how can you simplify that? Try that on your own. think of a number. So that's as a fraction. How would you write that as a fraction? And then can you break that further? And what would be the decimal for that? Try that. All right. So see you in the next video. If this helps, make sure you like the video and you subscribe to the channel. Thank you.